Quick, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with your social media and how it's performing? Think about that, and I'm going to give you something to think about on the other side. Are you ready to dive in? Episode 270 starts right now. Welcome to the Lora Shipman Show minicast, a special edition of my podcast where it's just you, me, my mic, your earphones, plus quick tips and hacks you can implement immediately to improve your life and your business. Are you ready to get started? I know I am. Let's dive in. Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm so glad you're here with me today because, as we all know, today is my favorite day of the week. It is a minicast day. And today's the day I give you a shot in the arm of value, something that you can really use, but it's only useful if you execute what you learn here today. And today we're talking about your social media. How happy are you with your social media, how it's performing, what you're doing with social media, and if it's working for you? If you gave yourself a 10, well, my friend, you can bounce right out of this podcast and go on your merry way. But if you are anywhere from like a 7 or lower, let's hang around for just a couple of minutes. This is just a mini cast, and this one, I swear, is super quick because I want you to think about how you can change your social media. What if you just chose one thing to change about your social media every week? Now, if you've been around here, you know I love Darren Hardy, and I love this book called The Compound Effect. It's a really easy read, and it's something I really suggest everybody reads because it's going to get you thinking about your business. And the compound effect is usually if you change one thing, or I think he talks in percentages actually, and maybe it's like 1% or 10%. I really can't remember. But if you change something just a little bit over time, you are going to be so much further ahead than if you tried to make really big changes all at once. And that's kind of where I'm going with this social media. So if you scored a 7 or lower on your social media, what is one thing you could do this week? I don't want you to pick 3 things. I don't want you to pick 5 things, just one. And why do I say just pick one thing? Because one thing is really easy to achieve. It's not that overwhelming, and it's probably something small that you can put into effect immediately. And over time, like if you did one thing, one every week for the year, that's 52 things over the course of a year that you could change your social media by. So that's times 52 times that you can change your social media and improve it. 52x. That's what I'm looking for. So here's what I'm thinking. What if you did something like did more diverse hashtags every week? You just change one thing about your hashtags every week. And then the next week you improve your hooks. Now, if you haven't listened to my hooks episode, that's the episode previous to this one, episode 269, go back and listen to that because that one thing with changing your hooks is going to change the way your social media performs. Another thing you could change on your social media is better calls to actions or CTAs. And then a fourth thing that you could change about your social media is improved content. Now, I know that's kind of broad, but think about how you offer value through every post. Make sure every time you post, you can see a piece of tangible value in that post that you just put out there on social media. What does value look like? Value looks like, is there an educational nugget in there? Is there something entertaining about what you put out there on social media? Like, does it give people a reason to laugh or to escape or to empathize with you as the author? Or did you do something inspirational in your post? So what kind of value are you offering to your audience? And all you have to do is make one change a week. And then over a year's time, like I said, 52 weeks, you are going to see a big difference in how your social media is performing and how you're growing as a professional or an entrepreneur. Like, really embrace this because when you make these little changes over time, I can't tell you the transformation you'll go through. It's just like diet and exercise, right? So if you make one little change to your caloric intake every day, that little change compounded over time is going to make a big difference in your weight and how toned your body is. Same thing with exercising. You make one little change in your exercise routine, compounded over time. It's not going to happen overnight, but you're going to be different by the end of the time period you give yourself. All right, my friend, I told you this mini cast was definitely going to be a mini one. It's just a concept that I wanted you to grasp and just execute on. And that's what you have to do with these mini casts. Is you have a job to do now and you've got homework. Otherwise, this mini cast was of no value to you if you don't go and execute what you learned. All right, my friend, that does it for this episode. You know what to do, right? Stay healthy, stay safe, hug the ones you love, and most of all, stay social, friend. Hey, before you go, I have a question for you. Are you loving the show? Let me know about it. Take a screenshot of the episode you are listening to and drop it in your social media posts or stories, or better yet, give this show a review on iTunes or your favorite podcast app, letting me know that you listened in. If you have a topic or show idea, please don't be shy. I want to hear from you. Send me an email or a DM. I would love to hear your suggestions. All the links are in the show notes. Anyways, I just wanted to say thank you, as always, for tuning into the show today and every day you listen in.